note to myself.
Okay. Mr. Philo, I have 5:30.
Me too.
All right. Let's call this regular meeting of Fairborn City Schools Board of Education to order.
I didn't even look at them. I don't know.
Oh, I switched them. On Thursday, August 6th, 2026, Mr. Philo, will you please call the roll?
Mrs. Malad.
Here.
Ms. Landon.
Here.
Mr. Howard.
Present.
Mr. Steininger.
Here.
Mrs. Webb.
Here.
All right, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
Can I please have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is passed. Can I please have a motion to approve the minutes of the Thursday, July 2nd, 2026 regular meeting and the Monday, July 27th, 2026 joint work session minutes?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is passed. Moving on to board reports and good of the order. Mrs. Webb, let's start with you.
Honestly, don't have a thing. Excited for the new school year and all that entails. Amy just told me the Jamboree football game is next Friday night against Beaver Creek, so yay.
Yeah, yay is right.
Yay. And hope we have a great start to the school year. Thank you.
Just hope we have a great, safe, and enjoyable school year. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Steininger. Mr. Howard?
Excited for school to start. Enjoyed the opportunity to meet with the city council and township trustees. And fall sports are among us. The kids are playing and practicing hard, and it's hot outside, but they're doing okay.
Great.
Yeah, they definitely had a great week, though, actually, this week, especially for band and for football and soccer. I've seen everyone outside practicing as well, so, good luck to all of our students as we, gear up for the school year and for the fall sports season. And I echo your, comments on our city council and township meeting, our city council and our township meeting. Thanks for having us, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, for those who may not know, we try at least yearly to get together with the city council members and the Bath Township trustees, councils, to just kind of share what's going on between the three entities. We had a lovely opportunity to introduce some of our new staff members this year. And I think we're even, maybe for next year, Amy, planning something a little bit bigger, kind of do like a state of the city address, possibly here. And so we have these lovely facilities to share, so that'll be wonderful. It's just nice to be able to keep in communication with all three groups. So yes, good luck to all of our sports teams, teachers heading back, staff members heading back. It takes a village always, so we appreciate the effort of each and every one of you. So
The
looking
scheduled
forward
work
to it.
and the unscheduled work.
Yes, the work and the unscheduled work, as we all know that there is much that goes on behind the scenes that is uncounted and maybe underappreciated, so thank you. Moving on, Mr. Philo, do we have any visitors?
We
Public
have none,
comment?
Madam President.
Okay, then Mrs. Gayhart, school district presentations.
Good evening. At this time, I would like to bring Sarah Fulton up. She is our gifted coordinator, and she is going to tell you about the incredible camp invention that just happened a couple of weeks ago.
So July 13th through the 17th, we hosted a fully funded STEM-based hands-on learning experience for our gifted and students who are high achievers as based on multiple different test scores throughout the year. So we invited over 300 students and hosted over 180 students this year, plus our student volunteers who served in leadership positions, which is a significant growth over the 120 that we hosted last year. especially for participation in future STEM-related careers. So looking back over the whole thing, I think this is a wonderful direct to student use of gifted funds. We received a good amount of funding for gifted, and that can kind of be absorbed into like the daily business of running a school and providing services. But this is something that is very tangible that our gifted families and our students that are maybe close to gifted works as a great way to help those families who their students are maybe close to qualifying realize more about the gifted program, what it offers, and why they need to continue to support their students' achievement so that they can really become a part of that. We had incredible positive family feedback, which is always great PR for the district, so that the families are feeling like this was a good use of time and energy for our kids. It also, like I said, is a double use of teacher gifted training and valuable experiences for everybody, and a great experience for our volunteers. I'll let you guys read these. These are just a couple of emails that I received unsolicited after camp from parents thanking us for the experience.
How many years have you done this?
This is only our second.
Second year? That's what I thought.
Sarah, do you foresee being able to have the same number of kids again next year, or are we like totally dependent on funding from year to year?
So we will definitely continue to look at funding. The good news is that we have the stable funding source year to year
Okay.
with the gifted funds with the current rates that we're identifying our gifted students if we continue with the same service model that we're using right now.
Cool.
So I think that the funding is there. We do have to supplement a little bit out of another source in order to pay our teachers the hourly that is agreed upon with the union. But we have the funding to pay the camp fees.
Okay,
And so overall, I think it's good use of your time.
that's awesome.
I do have a little video. I won't play it today, but I'll share this with everybody so that you guys can look at it another time.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No,
Very
thank you
nice.
for everything, though.
Yeah.
That's really,
awesome.
love hearing about it each year.
I am going to make an effort to have the green county too.
Kyle Kaler did show up one day to come through and look at the program, and the kids were spot on that day, and he was asking them questions, and they were telling them about their experiences, and I just couldn't be more proud of the work that Sarah's done and our students.
And another exciting thing is that connection. So bringing in the state senator helped us to connect with him, and then he has agreed to come to support our Unity Day event. So seeing the good things that we're doing here in Fairborn, now he's going to continue to give back to be a part of that Unity Day event after that experience.
Very cool. Good job, Sarah. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
Thank you again, Sarah, and that is all that I have.
Okay. All right, moving on to budget and finance. We have 2 items to approve: the receipt of the monthly financial report for June 2026 and the 3-year financial forecast for submission to the state. Can I have a motion for those, please?
So move.
Second.
Any need for discussion, Mr. Philo?
Yes, I'll give you a 1-second overview here, 1-minute overview.
Time's up.
The 3-year financial forecast is new this year. It's not really new. In the past, the state of Ohio has required a 5-year forecast. It was due at the end of November in previous years. They moved up the due date to August, and they also changed from a 5-year to a 3-year. In actuality, this is a 4-year because you have this current year plus 3 additional years. In August, I will make a full presentation to the board, probably in October or November. I like to get a handle on what salaries are truly coming in at in the month of September, when we have everybody back and we're fully staffed. So I think it'll be more accurate. So this one is, I'd say, not the most accurate, but I'll give you some highlights. We ended the year at June 30, 2026 at $21 million in our general fund. That was down from our beginning balance as projected. It's showing, this 3-year forecast does show that we are deficit spending. We are spending more in expenditures than our revenues, which is not horrible. It is the usual in schools. You build up cash, pass a levy, you build up cash, and then when expenditures exceed revenues, you spend down cash, and it shows the need for another additional revenue source, which probably will be, I anticipate, a small levy in November of 2027. So the good thing is even without passage, we show a positive balance in 2027. It's only $65,000. That is not a comfort level, but it also keeps us off the state of Ohio's radar. So there are the normal placeholders in there for negotiations, et cetera. And as I always say with all these, the only thing I can guarantee is every number in here will be wrong, but it's my best guess at this time, but we'll go through it in greater detail with a formal presentation at a later time. Any questions from the board?
Anybody?
Not at this time.
All right. Please call the roll. Mr. Philo?
Mr. Steininger?
Yay.
Ms. Landon?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes?
Mrs. Webb?
Yes.
Mrs. Malad?
Yes. Motion is passed. All right. Next, moving on to administrative reports and superintendent recommendations. This goes through to page 10, but I'd like to draw our attention to a couple of resignations. We have Elizabeth Allen has been a general helper with us, purpose of retirement. We would like to request resolution of tribute for 15 years of service with Fairborn City Schools. And Leanne Gwynn, a bus driver, has been with Fairborn for 30 years of service. So
Bless
to
her
both of
heart.
those women, we appreciate them and wish them all the best in their retirement. All right. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All right, Mrs. Gayhart, any need for discussion?
I don't think there is anything in here that, hopefully, I have preloaded everyone with the information that they need, but certainly open if anyone has any questions about any of the items.
All right, I think we're good. All right, Mr. Philo, please call the roll.
Ms. Landon?
Yes.
Mrs. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes?
Mr. Steininger?
Yay.
Mrs. Malad?
Yes, the motion is passed. All right, moving on to gifts and donations. Ms. Landon?
The Fairborn City Schools Board of Education would like to gratefully acknowledge the following gifts and donations. Teresa Morse, for donation of a trumpet for the Fairborn City Schools Music Department. Dr. Stephen Murphy, donations of shirts for the 2026 football camp. And Precision Home Improvements, donation of $1,000 for the girls' volleyball. Thank you again for your generous gifts and donations.
Thank you. All right, that concludes this general section. We're moving into work session now, Mr. Philo.
This time we'll just have a short work session followed by an executive session.
Okay.
Superintendent Gayher?
Mr. Philo, I'm going to rely on you because I didn't get your handy-dandy list ahead of time to walk me through exactly what we had on that list.
On your list for work session, let's talk about.